is available. You better get it when you see it at West Yellowknife.
It's fall, y'all. Enjoy.
In case you missed the recent Drug Take Back Day, I will admit that I'm in that crowd. You are in luck because there is another one coming up on October 28th, brought to you by the Hamilton County Coalition. And we're very happy to have Calandra Smith here to give us all of the details. Good to see you.
Good morning. Good to see you.
So I did get nervous when the one happened a couple of weeks ago because I thought, wait a minute, I know I'm talking to her about this one. So this is October 28th.
Yes, October 28th.
And this is the one sponsored by you.
By Hamilton County Coalition, Tennessee American Water, and the DEA.
Okay.
Yes.
Do y'all do these, Calandra, just once a year or is it twice?
It's twice a year, so we do it in April and October, and we always tell people this is the time to just clean out those medicine cabinets.
And what does that look like exactly? Because I think so often we've thought about it being just prescription drugs, but that's not really the case, is it? If it's like over-the-counter medicines, that's included too? That
is included too. We tell people if you have over-the-counter medicine, if you have pet medications, because our pets are on medication as well, anything that's expired or that you no longer use, we ask that they bring them to this event and get rid of those.
You mentioned your other partners, so Tennessee American Water included in that, because if you're still in the old way of thinking of just flushing it away, it never really goes away. It goes into our drinking supply.
Yes, and they don't want that. They want to make sure that we have a safe way of disposing our medications and keeping them out of our environment. And so the best way to do that is dropping them off at locations like these that we host, as well as, you know, your pharmacies that have bins.
So you were talking with me a little bit off camera about just life at the coalition, and the overdose situation is a real problem here in Chattanooga, and it's not getting smaller, it's getting bigger.
Correct. You know, it continues to increase. We know that 70% of people who misuse prescription drugs get them from friends or family, sometimes intentional, sometimes not. So the best way to, you know, rid those medications and not have them go into the hands of people who, you know, should not be using them is getting them out of your homes and properly disposing of them.
And there's no one profile of the person who this is happening to. It's across the board.
It's across the board. It is across the board. It does not discriminate, as we say. So it is across the board.
In terms of locations, we gave up a long time ago trying to show people all the specific places where they can go. You make this very convenient for people.
Absolutely. We try to make it as convenient as possible. You can visit our website at hccoalition.org or the Tennessee American website. We have them listed there, as well as the DEA.gov.
I mean, you can kind of see them scrolling through, but it's more than 20, I think. Or
yes, and we're regional, so you know we have them in Dayton, Dunlap, Spring City, Bradley County. So we have locations everywhere, but 2 of our locations will have shred trucks. So you can bring those documents to help, you know, not be a victim of identity theft, to be shredded, and that's at no cost as well.
What are those 2 locations?
That will be the Gun Barrel location, Walgreens, as well as the Mount Canaan Highway 58 location.
At the church?
At the church.
Okay.
Yes, and Resource One. I don't know if you know about Resource One, but they're a data shred company, so they take hard drives, cell phones, old computers and things where you might have private information on, and they take care of those for you, and they destroy those.
So on the paper shredding side of things, like what types of things should people bring to shred?
Anything that you feel like your personal information is on that you do not want to get out to those people who are trying to do some type of fraudulent information. So any kind of, if you have bills with account numbers, credit card bills, statements, you know, sometimes it just don't take much now for people to take your identity. So I think anything with your personal identifying information should be shredded.
But not so much that you don't have records you might need later,
Correct.
right? I mean, you want to be careful.
Be careful, be careful.
Okay.
Yes.
What was I going to ask you? You and I have been friends long enough, I can just have that honest moment on TV and say, my goodness, what was I going to ask you? In terms of, I know what it was, that you don't ask any questions.
No,
People
no questions. It is, we try to make it as convenient as possible. You drive up to the location. You don't even have to get out of your car. We have officers there. We partner with different officers from the Hamilton County Sheriff's Office to the Chattanooga Police Department, East Ridge, and you just pull up and they grab those from you and they dispose of them for you. So there is no questions asked.
At the coalition, I mean, this is just part of what you do. So if somebody's watching and they've got somebody in their life who is an addict and they don't know where to turn. Can they start by contacting you?
Absolutely, absolutely. We have a New Start and Reentry program, and they can start by calling 423-305-1449, and we'll be happy to walk them through that process. And again, this is at no cost to your family or to the individuals.
It's a lot to turn over your life to somebody, and
Yes.
trust is a big part of that. So maybe you want to even let October 28th be your day to see that she means what she says, and you can go and turn in whatever you have that you don't need to be keeping anymore at the Drug Take Back Day, and see for yourself that there are no questions asked and smiles to greet you, because they're very
Absolutely.
grateful that you're taking the effort to help everybody
Yes.
in what you're doing. So hccoalition.org is the website to see all of the locations, but it is regional. So wherever you're watching us this morning in Tennessee, or do you go into Georgia?
Tennessee.
Okay, in Tennessee, chances are they're going to have a location close to you 10 to 2 on that day. Thank you.
Thank you.
Show us your mug, and you could win one of our new Local 3 mugs, plus a delicious ice cream cake from Dairy Queen. Just email your photo to showusyourmug@local3news.com. Watch for our winner each weekday morning on Local 3 News Today.